Claudia Bazaar, National Executive Director, and I'm here to talk to you today about recruiting, but specifically the mindset around the recruiting attitude and the fear that some consultants tend to have when it comes to recruiting. So at the end of this video, I want you to text, email, whatever form you're using with your leaders, the 3 things that you are most afraid of around recruiting, and a positive affirmation on how you're going to overcome that fear, okay? So let's talk a little bit about mindset and having the right attitude to go out and recruit, and also using the right word choices in your business in general, right? Because how you feed your brain, right, is really, really important. Because if you feed it negatively, you're going to come across negatively and you're going to have that negative attitude, right? But if you get up and you're like, I'm going to be a super recruiter, my goal is to share this business with everyone. And if you've never recruited before, fake it till you make it. Your brain only knows what you're telling it, right? So have the right attitude that if your goal is to share this amazing business with other people, because why wouldn't you? Because if someone would have kept it to themselves, maybe you wouldn't have been with Pampered Chef either, right? So recruiting is all about not being selfish, not making it about me, but rather about how I can help other people. So have that right attitude, and have the attitude that whatever your goal is, right, that every 4 parties in 1 recruit, that you're going to get a recruit every single week, no matter what. If it's not the host, it might be someone in the party. If it's not the host and not someone in the party, it might be someone that's watching you on social media. It could be a friend that maybe now was not the right time and they decide to join, right? So what are you going to do to grow your business and to become that recruiting machine and equip yourself and have the right mindset to get there, right? In order to get there, you have to conquer your fear and you have to conquer your doubts. A lot of times people are fearful and doubtful because they might think like, I don't even know what I'm doing. How am I going to help someone else, right? Or they might not want the responsibility of training and supporting other people. But really, we have all that in place for you, right? So maybe you are afraid of recruiting because sometimes you're like, man, if my host joins, then I'm not getting the bookings from the party because now my host is getting all the bookings, right? So you might have the fear of losing the bookings. And although it might seem like an initial loss, at the end of the day, it's going to be a bigger win, because that host, instead of losing 3 bookings from their party, that host might join your team and then go and book 4 virtual parties every single week, right? And then that host that now joins your team might go out and bring someone on, and that person does 4 virtual parties every single week. Because at the end of the day, you can only have so many parties, right? There comes a time where Facebook's going to be like, way too many parties, right? Or if you're doing cooking shows, right? There's only 30 days you can leave your house and do cooking shows. But when you build a team, you're building different people and more people doing parties at the same time. So you can only go so far in this business in Pampered Chef, but when you build a large and productive team together, you guys can achieve more. So it's not one and done, right? And maybe you're afraid because you're like, oh my God, I'm still new, or I don't even know what I'm doing. How am I going to train someone, right? What if I invest all this time in them? And then what if they disappoint me? What am I going to do with them? How am I going to help others if I don't even know what I'm doing? Well, I know that the team that you're on has support system on how to onboard new consultant. And Pampered Chef has support for that as well in Dash. So there are systems out there on how to onboard a new consultant. And literally, it's just what you did when you got started. And it's not necessarily that they need all the perfect stuff. It's just that they need someone to be there for them, to answer questions, to cheer them on, right? All the things that you needed when you were a new consultant. So don't be afraid of going out there because you don't know what you're doing. Everything you know that got you here to watch this video, to do your first parties, is enough to get a new consultant going. And if you're brand new, how fun is it to get in on a buddy and learn this business together? And you don't have to know everything. When a new consultant asks you a question, go ahead and say, you know what, that's a great question. I don't know. Let me go reach out to my recruiter director and get back to you. And that is the only way you're ever going to learn. And in order to perfect your new consultant onboarding, you have to bring in enough people, just like you have to do enough virtual parties to become a virtual party rock star and understand everything about virtual parties. Recruiting is the same thing. And what if you invest in someone? What if you spend some time with someone and they disappoint you because maybe they tried for 30 days and it's not for them. Maybe they tried for a year and it's not for them. But what if they don't disappoint you? What if they become one of your closest friends? What if together you guys rock this business? What if you can change their lives? So what? They come on for 30 days, they make a little bit of income, and maybe it's not for them. No harm, no foul. They made a couple $100. You got some recruiting bonuses, incentive points, and so on. And on to the next thing, right? This business is for everyone to try, but it's not for everyone, right? So I want you to turn that around, turn that fear around that you have, and I want you to attack it straightforward, right? Don't run away from the fear, just go all the way in, right? Go through the wall, crush the wall, climb the wall, dig a hole around the wall. I don't care what you do, just pretend that you're a recruiting machine, right? Wake up every single day saying, I'm a recruiting machine. People want what I have. There's people out there that need me, right? Pampered Chef is not like we wake up and we're like, oh my God, I'm going to join Pampered Chef when I'm 18, right? Or when I get out of college, I'm going to join Pampered Chef. Or when I'm, retired, I'm going to join Pampered Chef. Nobody thinks that. Pampered Chef comes to us because at certain points in our lives, we are looking for something that we don't know what it is, but it happens to come across into our life, right? So become a confident recruiter and think about how you can help someone rather than thinking, oh my God, I need a person to promote, or I need 5 people to promote a director. Who are the people out there that you can help? And even if you've only done one party and you made $100, maybe you made $50, that's $50 more than you had before, right? There's people out there that need $50 to put gas in the car, to put food on the table, right? To put their kids in after school activities. Who is out there that you can help? So I want you to attack that fear, and I want you to write a positive affirmation that you can read every day until you become that confident recruiter. So go out there and become a recruiting machine.